I'm Lucy St John and I am a ICS volunteer from the UK. This week is International Volunteer Week, and VSO have been trying to show the impact that volunteers have had in the Nandi community. So on Monday we did a campaign, the anti-jigger campaign, where we went to a community and helped with the Red Cross to treat young children with jiggers. Then today we have had an exhibition for all the INS groups that we have worked with, so that they can exhibit everything that they have done and what they have created, and they are selling them in the youth centre. And tomorrow we will be doing a march in Olessos to celebrate International Volunteer Day, and then we will have speakers, other volunteers.
Make a difference! 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 Ditole! 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 Ditole!
What do we want? What do we want? Change! What do we want?
Change!
What do we want? What do we want? Change! What do we want? No! What do we want? International Volunteer
My name is Derek Ogendi from Kisii County. Currently I'm working with VSO, which is Voluntary Service Overseas. It's a charity organization that is based from UK and Kenya. So VSO mostly focuses with people living with disabilities. It brings members, that is inclusive neighborhood spaces, together. They bring them together and form a group. So after forming that group, they are educated, and they also can apply for government funds. Those funds are normally set aside from the government, and most people living with disability are not aware of the funds. But VSO, through its program, educates the people living with disabilities. It gives them the mandate by applying for helping them to apply their proposals, and they receive the funds. VSO has workers who are placed in the National Council in Nandi County. It has also volunteers who go out of the office. We go to the root level. We go to Tindiret, we go to Tindinyo, we go to Kesogon, we go to Mosop, to help those people living with disabilities come together. They form their groups. After forming their groups, they write proposals. Then through the help of VSO, the forms are taken to the National Council, and a follow-up is made until the groups get those funds.
So kwa majina naitwa Jane Muthoni Nduta. I'm the project administrator VSO ICS project. Today is International Volunteer Day, and we are basically looking into volunteers for an inclusive future. And ideally here in Nandi we are working with persons with disability in terms of advocacy and empowering them when it comes to issues to do with information, access to services within the different various government offices, and the services that are being provided for them within the county. So today we are urging people to come out and also join hands and work towards ensuring we are having an empowered community that is fully supported and has access to different services. So when you look into issues to do with persons with disability, the issues of community segregations, issues to do with stigma and discrimination, so you'll find like most of the community members are looking at persons with disability from a different angle, and this is making parents or guardians who have children with disability to feel intimidated and probably not be in a position to bring out or to come out to talk about their children who has a disability because of fear of being discriminated against. And that's why we are urging the community members to be inclusive and to be supportive, to ensure they are supporting persons with disability and also those parents who have persons with disability in their families. And also for the PWDs themselves, we are looking into if you're already empowered, if you're already exposed, like acting as a role model to go out there and talk to the other parents who have children with disability to enable them to see the need of bringing out their children for them to get support and get access to different services. Because as a person with disability, there is the high chances of other PWDs and parents being in a position to support or to listen more, bearing in mind like they can relate and pick it up as a role model and see a future in their children. So all of us, we join hands, we work with the community, we support each other and ensure we are working on issues like we're advocating for access to all the services. We are advocating for space for persons with disability, for them to be in a position to support and to succeed in this life. So you'll find like most community members, especially where there's lack of information when it comes to issues of disability, and you'll find some society members taking advantage of persons with disability. So as we were doing the activity within the area, we've talked about to different gatekeepers, chiefs and village elders, and some of the information is that you'll find like children with disability within the area have been locked in the houses, and also some of them have gone through under abuse from society members. Some of them are key family members or even neighbors who just take advantage of these children, probably just through rape or even any form of abuse, just because they don't have a voice to fight or advocate for themselves. So we would urge everyone, leaders, community gatekeepers, parents, guardians, neighbors, to just be out there, be vigilant and support each other and come out and talk about it and support and ensure you're looking at each and every person the way you'd look at that person who doesn't have any form of disability. PWDs, key information to note probably, there are different services being provided by the county government. We have the 30% tender opportunities. So it's for us to join groups, work hand in hand, register for our groups and also reach out to the key offices to get these services and to also apply for these tenders, as opposed to just saying no support that is coming through. You ought to do something. You ought to just join hands and ensure you're also taking part in ensuring that you're being empowered within the community. So go out there, knock on those doors, be organized and demand or ask for these services because they are there. But you need to be organized and you also need to be registered to get these services. Thank you.